Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Risky here. We're gonna be doing this is gonna be a new series doing every week of the NFL season. And I'm going to give my week 4 predictions. I was thinking of just calling the games because so far I am above 500. I know that for a fact. I just don't know what my record is, so I'm gonna start keeping track now. And I was thinking like I could just call the winners, but that's gonna be so much easier. So I'm like, let me just do the spread instead. So this is probably gonna be a little short video, but let's get into it. Bengals, Jacksonville. So basically, the Bengals are the favorites, of course. If you guys don't know, so basically the minus means that they are favored by 7.5 or more points. I am going to go with the Bengals on this one. The Bengals beat Pittsburgh by 14. Jacksonville has been looking like a terrible team, one of the worst teams in the league. And I truly think that the way the Cincinnati defense played last week, they could stop. Well, not just stop, but they could actually distract Joe. I'm not. I almost said Joe Burrow. Fuck. Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence has been an interception machine so far. So let's see what happens. So in this one, Washington are the favorites, and I am going to go with the Falcons on this one. It's not because I don't believe in It's not because I don't believe in Washington. I think Washington's gonna win, but to just have 1.5 point, like come on, like actually, I'm gonna be honest. Like I gotta go with Washington. Like they're definitely gonna win by more than 1.5. I think they're gonna win by at least a touchdown. Come on now. As we got right here, Texans Bills 15.5. This is that 15? Because right there it says 16. Interesting. I'm just gonna say it's 15. 15.5. Now I'm going to go with I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think the Bills could definitely beat them by more than what is that, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Yeah. Because they have been able to do that against the Dolphins. Who was it this week? They beat someone big this week. Washington is supposed to have the great defense. Texas defense isn't bad, but I don't think their offense could keep up the Texans, especially when you got Davis Mills starting instead of Tyrod. But Tyrod, their offense was at least able to move. They're able to score. I don't know if they could do that with Davis Mills. So yeah, I'm gonna give that with the Bills. After this, I might go through all the games and then just give just my regular game bets, like without any of the spread. But so far, yeah, it's been pretty good. Pretty good so far. 3.5 points, Lions Bears. I think this game could actually be a lot closer, but I am gonna go with the Bears on this one. I think the Bears could win by definitely more than 3. As the Lions defense really isn't as much as a threat, at least in my opinion. There are defenses play a lot better than I thought, but the Bears offensive line is bad, but they don't really have an edge rusher that I would be scared of or an outside linebacker. So I think Justin Fields can have time and deliver to his receivers. They don't really have any really great corners to go against Darnell Mooney or Allen Robinson. So I would give this one. I think the Bears are definitely going to win, and I think it's going to be by at least like 6, in my opinion. So, this is actually hard for me. Carolina has been playing great so far this season. So has the Cowboys. Cowboys have been able to score a lot of points so far this season. They're able to score, I think, 28, 29 versus Tampa. Just scored 41 against the Eagles. And I honestly forget week 2, to be honest. But I'm trying to think. Because this is hard for me as the Cowboys are favorites. I think it's going to be a very close game. But, oh, wait, I'm trying to think. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to be out. That's the real difference maker right there. I'm going to go with the Cowboys on this, and I'm going to take them with this. I'm going to take them with the spread too. I think the Cowboys are going to win the game, and I think they're also going to win the spread. I just think that like their defense has definitely stepped up the Cowboys, and I think that they could just take out the passing game. Chuba Hubbard is a solid running back, but he's no Christian McCaffrey. And with J.C. Horn, I think he's gonna be out for at least most of the season now. How my baggage? I think the Cowboys could definitely take advantage of that. Of course, they just traded for C.J. Henderson, but it's gonna be C.J. Henderson, A.J. Boye on both sides against CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper. Like, come on, come on. See even Colin Coward. I thought that was Chris Collinsworth, but then I'm like, oh, kind of disappointed. But Dolphins are 2-point favorite here. I'm gonna go with the Colts. The reason I'm gonna go with the Colts is I think the Colts are gonna have a bounce back game. I know the Dolphins. I just said how good the Raiders were, and then Dolphins just had a good game against the Raiders. But in my opinion, I truly think that the Colts are gonna have a bounce back game. Miami's defense isn't good, so this is a perfect time for Carson Wentz to get in his bag and start performing. And I don't know if Jacoby Brissett could keep up. I think Indianapolis can tell themselves like we need to win this game. We're 0-3. Listen, we are a good team. We just need to show it out there, and I think they're gonna play extra aggressive now. This game I'm definitely gonna go with the Browns. I think the Vikings got lucky last week. And the Browns, of course, now they have a lot of confidence coming off the Bears win. But I like how the Browns defense is. I think they can at least contain Dalvin Cook, contain Kirk Cousins, and I don't like the Vikings defense really too much. I like their interior and their safeties, but they don't have much at corner, and I really think Baker Mayfield should take advantage of that, and I hope he does. Saints, Saints, Saints. I don't want to explain this one. 7.5. I'm going with the Titans. I said the Titans defense is bad, but the New York Jets offense is worse. Titans defense, I think, would be a great start for fantasy. I don't do fantasy football, to be honest with you, but no, I think the Titans defense is going to go off this game. Jets haven't really had much on defense, so Derrick Henry is going to have a monstrous game. I definitely take the Titans I definitely take the Titans by 7.5. Eagles Chiefs only 7-point spread. I'm going with the Chiefs. They just got the Eagles had that one good game versus the Falcons. Lost. They sucked week 2. Actually, no, they didn't suck. They just didn't win. And then they sucked this week versus Dallas. Now you have the Chiefs. I'm sorry, but the Chiefs are not going to be losing 3 games in a row. I'm sorry. Give me the Chiefs. Definitely by 7. Eagles defense is very bad versus the best offense in the league. I still believe they're the best offensive league. Shit. If not one of the best, of course. But here's the 4 o'clock games. This one's actually a hard game. I am going to go with the Rams on this one. This is the Cardinals' true test, in my opinion. I've been kind of harsh on the Cardinals. This is Kyler Murray's true test against a real defense. We'll see what he can actually do. Matt Stafford still needs to show to me why he could be first place and MVP, of course, and I think he could definitely do that. So, I don't know. I think the Rams' offense could definitely contain Kyler, make him throw more, and it depends if Hopkins can be played because I know he was injured last week. I think he still played, but he's a little hurt. So, I'm still going to go with the Rams. Seattle Niners. Ooh, I'm going to go with the Niners on this one. The Niners have been playing very well this season. They just lost to the Packers, which was a little bit of their defense, I'll be honest. But overall, throughout the game, they played a very good game. Seattle's, on the other hand, besides week 1, I'm trying to think, did they win week 2? I don't think they did. But first, the Vikings, they didn't really do much last week against the Vikings. And I think the Niners have more explosive offense, and I think their defense could at least. Well, and I think it's going to be a high scoring game, but I am going to have the Niners. Broncos Ravens. Why is this only a 1-point spread, and why are the Broncos favored? What? I'm going with the Ravens. What? The Broncos fucking beat the Jets, Jaguars and the Giants, and now they could compete with the fucking Ravens. The Ravens again, like they didn't play that great last week, but they made their own mistakes that lost them the game. Before that they beat the fucking Chiefs, which I saw no one thought that. And week one they lost to the Raiders, which was still a good game. They're not losing to the Broncos. Stop it. Then we got another Sunday game: Steelers Packers 6.5 spread. I'm gonna give it to the Packers. The Steelers only put up 10 points against the Bengals. Packers are on a roll since their week one loss and how Rodgers is washed and the Packers suck. So you got Rodgers versus a very bad defense so far. They're not looking like the defense that they showed last year. And then now you're gonna have Green Bay's very solid defense going up against Big Ben. You guys saw Big Ben last week. Dude moves like a tree, dude. Come on now. And then here's the biggest game that a lot of people I feel like are gonna watch: Buccaneers Patriots. I got Bucks are favored by 5.5. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to the Bucks, of course. Come on, Patriots offense. I think the Buccaneers defense is just gonna get a lot of pressure on Mac Jones. Mac Jones can't really move outside the pocket, so they're gonna pressure him inside. I think Bruce Arians and Todd Bowles are gonna run a lot of trick defenses to kind of have him guessing. But I think the offense against Tampa is gonna be aggressive. I think Brady wants to kind of get back at the Patriots. So I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a substantial amount. See, I use big words. And then the Monday night. Yeah, it's the Monday night, right? Yeah. Last game of the week. Raiders Chargers, as the Chargers are 3.5 point favorites, and I'm taking the Raiders on this one. I'm taking the Raiders to win. I'm taking the Raiders on the spread. The reason why I'm doing that is the Raiders haven't shown me why I shouldn't take them. They beat the Steelers, which at the time we were all saying was a good team, and they were a good team until last week. Well, like this week and then last week, of course. They've beaten the Ravens week one, and then they just had a good game versus the Dolphins. The Chargers, they did have a very good game against the Chiefs, but the Chiefs have a very, very bad defense. I said this before. I think Carr could definitely work his way around the Chargers defense. The Chargers defense, in my opinion, really isn't that good. I don't know how Joey Bosa is playing this year. I know Sante Samuel Jr. is playing out of his mind, I'm hearing. But I think the Raiders defense could definitely get it to him. I think they could get pressure off the right side, definitely not the left with Rashawn Slater. I think they could definitely get on the right side with Max Crosby, get in there and pressure him. But if they can't get pressure, I could definitely see the Chargers winning this game. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. We begging out here, and peace.